Doink. It says this hangout is on air. Hello, everybody. In no V-Borg, I'm not lost again. Thank you, anyways. Good to see you. Sorry I'm late. So, Fuzz T, I apologize that, as soon as I take my coat off and get comfortable. All right. Gentlemen, how the hell are we? Good to see everybody. Thank you guys for coming in with me tonight. Stevie is amongst the missing. He will not be here tonight. Probably got a date with Dish, but, couldn't resist. I'll pay for that one later. I know I'm gonna. Probably on both ends. But
yeah.
All right, let me do a little rundown here, and we'll see who's been here and who's still here and all that good stuff. Groovy outside. Groovy, good to see you. Groove, you do have a link if you go to Facebook. Stump's in here, of course, in here with us. Mr. Fuzz T Fork number 8. How we doing, Fuzz? Do you have a beautiful Sandy Passions, as always, is with us tonight. How are you, sweetheart? All sorts. How are you tonight? Great to see you. I know you have a new video out, and I will try to get to that. I'm way behind. Like I'm just way behind. County Line Logging. It's Friday. County Line Logging's with us. Mr. Bush brother, how you been? Mr. McCloskey, good to see you too, sir. And there he is, prepping to endure. How are you, my friend? V-Borg 001. It's always a pleasure. And Luke's, of course, in here with us. Double K. How you been, my friend? Great to see you. G-Trapper, as always, is with us, too. All right. Okay, so. What'd you guys do last week? Did you guys have a chat?
No.
No. Fucking quiz.
Well, at the moment, I don't have the option to set it up. We relied on Steve, and, well, we see how that shit went.
I know.
Yeah. Fucking Yankees. No offense, Luke.
Yankees. He's not a Yankee.
Look, he's above the North Carolina, South Carolina line. The minute you start putting North in the name of the state, that's the Yankee line from there on up.
Who's in North Carolina? Oh, anybody?
No, I'm in South Carolina, so anybody north of that border
might as well be in Canada.
Yankee.
Oh, that's a Yankee.
Might as well be.
Oh, yeah, I get. Yes, I understand what you mean now.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm not up with the American history as tight as you all are, obviously, but certainly we understand that.
The Mason-Dixon is actually way further north than that. But just me personally, once you start putting North in the name of the state, that's a Yankee.
I got you. I understand.
Let me make my last text here. All right. Sorry about that.
But now, I will say this for y'all, Luke. I don't really consider Canadians to be Yankees.
That's what I'm trying to let you know that he can't be a Yankee.
Well, I understand what he's suggesting, because if I understand it correctly, the North certainly was kind of attached to Canada in the sense of the British rule thing. Is that basically
pretty much?
And there's you guys succeeding from and
then partially.
Okay.
You know why he
Right.
calls me? You know why he calls me? I'm going to just put this in layman's terms for everybody. Do you know why Stump calls me Yankee? Because Stump is still pissed off the North beat the fuck out of the South in the war. That's why.
No, truth of the matter is, y'all Yankees just talk funny. That's my only problem with y'all.
We don't talk funny. The rest of the freaking country does. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but I have to give credit to the Canadians. There are several things y'all export down here to the States that I'm actually grateful for, and a few of them are actually whiskeys. Y'all make a pretty good whiskey up there, man.
Oh, you're talking about Canadian Club and Crown Royal, most likely. I don't know. It's the only two that I know of that you would want down there. There are fine rye whiskeys, and there's and yeah, a lot of that comes from Canada. There's something we're known for is our whiskeys and our marijuana. Our cannabis is top notch, and our whiskey is top notch. Our snowballs, our snowballs are top notch. Things we have from Canada. Oh, maple syrup.
If I was not a CDL driver, I would probably check out your cannabis, but those days are long gone now.
I understand that completely. There's some jobs that you just can't. You just can't even come close to touching it, and certainly, for 20 years of my life, I was definitely part of that crowd. Definitely part of that crowd. But the only time I touched it when I was saying, "Yeah, we're going to be seizing that, and you're under arrest." Normally, that was.
I come back when talking about the only time I touched it. Okay.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I pulled up my pants and we did up our belt, and that was it. That's the story. So anyway, Mike, welcome back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg Campbell, how the hell are you? Good to see you. Fuzz says, Mike, we beat them and left them the grits. Pretty much.
Hey, that's fine and dandy if man can live on grits and bacon alone.
Not me. I can't stand grits. Groovy, how the hell are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad. Good to see you. Welcome back. No date tonight. Look at that. See, you're here. No date, and Steve's got a date, and he's not here.
She worked till late, so.
Hello.
She don't get off till midnight, so I got time.
So you'll check out, what, about 11:30 then?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And I started early tonight, too, so.
Right.
All right, so they didn't have a chat last week, and I'm sorry. Obviously, I was away. Trying to hunt.
Trying to hunt makes it sound like you weren't successful.
I'm successful. And I'm going to tell you something. All right, so, well, my buddy got a doe, so that was good. He won the lottery for a doe, and he got it, so that was cool. And that was very interesting because the next day, one of the other guys went up there where he shot his doe to see if the buck was still walking around up through there. And he sees the back ass of a bear walking by with his freaking gut pile. So that was kind of funny. But the last day, my best time, it was I've seen a bunch of doe, but and I saw one spike horn, but the spike horn's in the middle of all of those, and it wasn't good. So anyway, on the last day, I pick up on a fresh track, dish looking Facebook, and your cell phone too. And by the way, welcome. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So I started following it. I knew it was fresh because I was there. I probably drove by there an hour before. Anywho, I start tracking this thing, and I couldn't understand its path. It was going we were approximately maybe 50, 60 yards in the woods, He'd come out to the trail for a little while, go back into the woods, go out in the trail, come back out, and it's like, what the fuck is this thing doing? And I was only able to see it like 4 or 5 times. But I couldn't shoot because it was it was too thick. And so finally I said, you know what? I'm going to come back out on the trail, and I know he's going to come back out. He's done it already. He did, but the problem was when he did, he was probably, I don't know, 300 yards in front of me, 400 yards in front of me. Anywho, the trail goes up on a curve, goes down, and I'm like, all right, as soon as he's going to walk down there, I'm going to start hoofing it. And I started hoofing it, and all of a sudden I hear bang, and I went, no, you got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be kidding me right now. And I get up there, and 13-year-old kid's jumping up and down like he saw Santa Claus. It was a great shot because the thing was dead by the time I got there. 20 feet in the woods. 20 feet off trail, this thing went and died.
Nice.
And the old man looked at me and he went, and I'm like, hey, what are you going to do? Congratulations. Good job in your deer. Now the fun starts. See you, boys. And I left.
Well, the question now is, did they at least say thank you for driving the deer straight to him?
No, the kid didn't realize they did it. He was a kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
The father knew right off the bat. And I'm like, that's just my shit luck. And one of the guys that I dropped off, he was texting me, and of course I'm not texting him back. And he came down. He's probably 3 miles down the trail from where I was, and I said, I'll be in a few minutes. So I pick him up. I said, you get any? I said, you obviously didn't get anything. And he says, nope. And he says, if I see another doe, I'm going to cry. I said, no shit. Dude, all week long, we probably saw, that they might have been the same ones. But I'm going to tell you something. I had to have seen 15 friggin' doe. It was just pissing me off. Plus, T. Fork says 300 yards with a tomahawk is considered close.
Wow.
I wasn't comfortable shooting anything out of about 175, 180. First of all, I don't get the thing set for 100 yards. You know what I mean? But
this was with the muzzle loader, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, that sort of a hunting trip definitely beats my week. I spent the week jackhammering solid rock with a trico and making no progress at all. The pyrotechnics crew, they can't even drill through this stuff.
How come?
The drill that we've got on site only develops somewhere in the neighborhood of 92 tons per square inch, and it just doesn't have enough ass to get through this particular seam of blue granite.
Oh, what state are you drilling in? Or jackhammering? See, that's Canadian bedrock that you're hitting there. It's hard. It's what it is.
Yep. The sections we were able to drill, we put in 2,316 holes, 30 foot deep, on we call it a 24 grid, 24-inch grid, from hole to hole. And we charged all of them with AMFO, backfilled, plugged everything, set it off. And with 30-foot holes, we were only actually able to fracture about 14 foot deep. And the pipeline we're putting in is actually needs to be sitting at 29 foot to the base. So the rest of it I'm having to pull out with a big old Komatsu 400 with a 60-ton jackhammer on it. And it's just not doing the job.
Do you got like a deadline on this thing, or is it just kind of it is what it is? So I mean, you know.
Yes, the deadline was about a week ago.
Oh snap! There you go.
That sucks.
Once we hit the rock, well, the third vein we hit, the company that this is being done for, it's actually a federal contract. They gave us a 1-year extension after they got the lab results back on the rock. They figured it'd take us at least a year to get through this particular rock seam. And we're trying to do it in about 2 weeks.
Hello, Shilly Shell. Good to see you.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
Are you drilling and blasting at this particular site to clear a lot of rock, or is that?
Yes.
That's the idea. Okay.
Yep. And here's the kicker: what makes this, real enjoyable when you think about it. We're in the middle of a town with storefronts, 100 foot from our ditch line.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can only shoot so much, develop so much pressure before you worry about, leveling buildings just a few feet away or destroying their foundation, stuff like that.
Hmm.
I'm just scrolling. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's been a very noisy week. I put one video up on Instagram, a little short one of the jackhammer on the Trico down in the hole.
Yeah.
And you can hear that big old hammer just beating a mess out of that rock and making no progress whatsoever. I mean, you're just getting dust to come up. You're not fracturing anything.
Dish, not yet. I have not seen Gear's video. As a matter of fact, it's the first time since I've been home I turned my computer on. Double K, no, I did not have a doe tag. That's a lottery system up in the state of Maine.
Oh, you can hunt in other states with little restriction or what?
Yeah, I mean, you just go by their rules, whatever their rules are. You can, like.
You have to out of state licenses and out of state.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and of course they up it.
Yeah, of course they do. Do you have to have a guide in certain areas?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Here, if you're not from the area, when you're above a certain parallel, in a lot of the areas, you're required to have a guide.
Yeah, well, that's like if I go to Canada to hunt, I can't hunt without a guide.
Right.
Dish, did you look at your phone yet?
I would think part of the reason for that, just the sheer area y'all got up there, could pretty much be there to ensure that the guy doing the hunting don't end up dead from exposure.
Right.
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, that is part of it, certainly. And the idea is that it's kind of like a chaperone thing, right? Like, you know, you're not a citizen, so we want to make sure that you're doing things by our rules. And I just so want to get it's just it's a British thing. I'm almost sure of it.
Our good friend and my good buddy, who I haven't seen in like forever and a week, Ohio Wolverine, says, "Hey guys, just wanted to say hello. Working right now and serving and protecting the hell out of a certain Cleveland suburb. Sorry to hear that you're protecting Cleveland people. Not just kidding.
Damn.
Good to see you, kid. One of these days we're gonna get together and you pick the night, and we're gonna get the band back together again. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Good night, Sandy. Great seeing you.
And Ohio, man, definitely keep your eyes peeled, so to speak. You know. But it's really good to see him drop in for just a second.
Yeah.
So here's my problem. I don't understand some of the rules. Some of the rules that I so like my buddy who got the dough, right? G.I., where the hell you been? How you been?
Brother George, that man's been busy.
That's not true, Dish. I've sent you links plenty of times before that with him here, so that's not true at all. If you go back, Dish, when I first started on, I said, Stevie's not here and you're not here. You guys must be out on a date.
Yep, she definitely just got pissed off.
I know it's a joke. I know you're only breaking them. Wow, there is a delay there, isn't there, huh?
Slight, yeah.
Yeah. She thought that was a good one, though. I like that one. What the hell was I saying?
Steve and Dish not being here, they're probably off somewhere he and she and type stuff.
Yeah, before that. So what I found out was, right, so my buddy shoots the dough. All right. So, out of state is, he wins the lottery for a dough permit, and he wasn't allowed to shoot a buck. You would come on, but Car's too sick. What are you with, Car? Don't even tell me you're that close to me and didn't even come say hi to me. I'll kill you. Yeah, so up there you can't, once you can have, I mean, if he saw a buck, he could have shot it, but then he loses his dough tag. But like he said, why would I shoot a buck unless, that thing would have to be like 10 or better for me to shoot it. G.I., how you been? What are you doing? Why don't you pipe in with us?
Speaking of deer, how'd you like that article on the wife's cousin?
Right?
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Come to find out, she's got a very massive chance at actually holding the state record now. They're going to score it here in a couple of days.
Nice.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, that was huge. They have a up where we stay, in the town that I stay in up there. They have this costs like $10. Costs you $10 to get in. And the winner takes all the money, for the biggest buck. And I don't know if it's points and weight or how it goes, but some guy shot an 8-pointer that was 268 pounds. Dressed.
Wow.
Damn it, boy.
Another guy shot one 242 pounds. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, please? Dish, you don't know who that is? Let me introduce you, sweetie. Dish, I'd like to introduce you to Groovy outside. Groovy, there's a young lady out in the chat room that would like to say hello to you.
Hello, darling. How you doing?
Yeah, I know. I like the naked deer myself, Dish. But I don't know. I just think it's awfully odd that you can't take a buck and a doe. Manitoba, Easterville.
Is it the smaller population is why they're so strict up there, Mike?
Yeah, the storms, we had a few. Gig riding, how are you, my friend?
There he is.
Great to see
Yep,
you.
yep.
I am, sweetheart, I am. I got to be out by January 5th. Um, oh, did you mean move as in move my body or move as in move where my residence is? Ow.
So are you going south or what?
It's just stupid rules, you know? What's the other dumb rule they had? Something about I couldn't shoot a coyote at night without. I forget the fucking rule, but it was stupid anyways. I didn't even see any coyote. Heard a bunch of them. I didn't see any though.
Weird.
Jesus
They won't
Christ.
let you shoot them at night. That's kind of the easiest time to get them.
Yeah, I mean you can.
Right.
Just two better ways to play. Yeah. I just. I don't know. I just think that some of their rules suck. Oh, I meant to answer your question. I forgot. So the reasoning behind that stump is a few winters ago, the winter decimated the herds up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like something like 7,000 deer or some bullshit like that.
Wow.
And so what they did was is that, you know, they knocked it down to $1, and they didn't even have a doe lottery for like 2 years anywhere in the state. You know.
So in reality, it's just an effort to thicken the numbers of the herd again.
Yeah, and also now, for instance, the other thing too with the permits, I don't like how they do them. Instead of let's just say you have a zone, right? You know how they split up the zones, right? So so our zone is 7, right? So instead of just saying we're going to give 300 doe permits away in zone 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that. You know what they did? They gave, let's say, I don't know what the numbers, but let's say it was 300, right? So, but out of the 300, you know what they did? They gave 240 to residents and 60 to non-residents.
Okay.
No, it's not okay. It sucks.
Well, I mean, I understand your point, but from the game management crowd up there, from their standpoint, they stand to increase revenue dramatically because, you know, let's face it, out of state you charge them 4 times as much to come hunt. You know.
But exactly, wouldn't you want an out-of-stater? I mean, they're going to rent someplace to come up. They're going to do whatever to come up, right? You know, the residence isn't going to do that. They're going to go shoot up their back porch.
Yeah.
You know. But it was still, I still had a lot of fun. I had an absolute lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll have to get you down here one deer season though. Let you experience the simple way of filling up a freezer.
I've been wanting to come down, and I actually have to get a hold of one working class woodsman. Him and I never got to hunt this year. I was pissed.
Damn.
But it's getting cold, so it's getting cold quick. I got a funny feeling I could be possibly ice fishing before freaking New Year's. Or right around New Year's. So that'll be good.
Mike, did you get ice last year? You got ice down that way, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you had some videos up. We got no ice. We had no ice. Like, literally. I mean, our ice fishing was... We didn't have it. We just it wasn't, and nobody ice
Well.
fished last year. We're in my area. We're in the deep south of Canada here. Pardon every pun intended, but yeah, but we are, and it's warm, but nevertheless, I mean, there's places in certainly Michigan that are way freaking higher than way more north than where I live right now. So I'm basically in the States to some degree. If you were to draw a straight line, over the Great Lakes.
Yeah. Now Stevie said his ice fishing sucked last year too.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Michigan.
That's right. He is in Michigan. That's what I thought. Well, which certainly would make sense, right? But it's just how the jet stream kind of folds down around the Great Lakes. You know what I mean? And it keeps heading east. And that's why you guys get dumped down while Buffalo again shit just gets freaking hammered.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's near to where my sister is. She's over in down, where the Finger Lakes are in New York. What the hell do they call them? Fuck. I forget the actual name. Just like 5 lakes. They call them the Finger Lakes or whatever. And anywho, she's on one of them. They froze. I said to her, did Ontario freeze? And she said, I didn't see where it froze. So I was really surprised. Because she's like 40-something minutes or something from Ontario. So, but I was really, really surprised.
Yeah. I mean, if we were up north, like the hunting camp, it was 4.5 hours north of me. While we were hunting deer, we'd always get our first snowfall up there, which was, beginning of November. And but up down here, we just get less and less and less every year. Right. So.
Yeah. It's unreal. Speaking of the deep south got hit with some snow.
Yeah.
I think it went down as far as Texas.
Yep. There was snow in Texas. A few places here in South Carolina got it. Buddy of mine down in Georgia actually had a little bit of snow earlier today.
Yeah, I read that somewhere. The states there, they were preparing for, the oddity of snow, which south.
I'm getting 4 to 7 tomorrow, so that's not bad. It snowed where I was. I'm getting 4 to 7 tomorrow. It snowed the first morning we were hunting. It dumped like 3-4 inches of snow on us, so that was kind of cool, The problem was that, it dropped down to like freaking 0, and everything was crunch, 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 crunch as you're trying to walk, But,
see, that's how it is here. We never really get snow. We just get ice, So, I mean, as far as, experience with snow, I have like 0 experience in actual snow. Everything down here is, frozen rain and then just solid ice. So,
wow. In Newfoundland, man, on the East Coast, as far east as you can go in Canada for the most part. Well, it is. It's the furthest east you can go in Canada. But the snow, oh my son, about 5 months, just stupid. And you're like, is this ever going to end? One morning I woke up and no word of a lie, there was a 7-foot snowdrift across my driveway. And I mean, I couldn't, and I have the ambulance in the driveway. So I'm like, well then, so you call the guy and he's already busy and you're like, well, I mean, I'm a priority. You got to get down and get the ambulance. So I'm very, it was stupid. I don't know. It's ridiculously stupid.
Wow.
let me see. Where is it? Well, it's not that high. If I don't look in New Hampshire and I go right to fucking New York, maybe I'll find it, right?
tons of snow, and y'all feel free to laugh because it's probably going to sound like a really dumb question, but here again, no experience with it. What does snow weigh? I mean, like say a cubic yard, 3-foot cube.
Oh, it all depends what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
If it's how much humidity is in the air, and that's like February, March, when there's a lot of humidity or moisture in the air, you get that heavy wet snow. That's a bitch. A shovelful, a decent shovelful probably weighs 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it hurts. But like now, like I'll get snow tomorrow. I'll get 4 to 7 inches tomorrow, and I can take a broom and go like this.
Okay.
It's a dry snow. I don't know how to explain it better than that, though, Mike. Right? It's a dry snow, and you blow it, and it blows away. It's because of the temperature and the moisture, like Mike said, certainly in the air. So that it certainly depends.
Do you ever watch
how quick the crystals actually form determines how much water or volume there is. I can't understand what you're saying.
Right. Well, look at the igloos. How they build igloos, right? I mean, that snow is it's crystallized and it's frozen in such a way that, you know what I mean? But the blocks are extremely light, but they stay together like pack snow does. But pack snow certainly, with the same volume you'd get in a foot by foot by foot cubed block for building an igloo per se, would weigh considerably less than a block, a foot by foot cubed wet snow. You know what I mean? It would be considerably less. It's about the air spacing in there and so on and so forth, and the air molecules. I'm sure there's a great big recipe. Somebody could probably really explain it well. Just not me.
Right on. It's safe to say it greatly varies amongst just the raw humidity in the air when it's going on.
Pretty much. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. I've seen it all. I mean, I definitely have seen every type of snow I think that there is. Snow going this way, this way, this way. I mean, just
okay, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, well, that's it. Wet snow, dry snow.
Right.
Snow it didn't come up from the ground. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right, so let me see. If you went, yeah, she's actually closer. My sister she's in between Rochester and Syracuse. So, good lake. All right, I bet I shut the maps off. Every time I put maps on, you just can't hear me. Lake, Cuyahoga Lake, or some shit like that. HRM weapons. How the f are you? Great to see you. Stump. Like if you ever watching an Alaska show and they're shoveling snow, and you're like, how the fuck is he just throwing all that and da 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 da? That's Alaska never gets wet snow.
Right.
It's always dry out there for whatever reason.
It's like that fine, powdery, fluffy stuff.
That's what causes drifting and visibility issues when there's not a lot of snow.
Right.
But it's light and it's very dry air and it's blowing. It's extremely cold, and it's just blowing, and it's like fog in a sense, and it causes whiteout conditions is what we can call it. Or whiteout conditions, certainly because of accumulative snowfall can create whiteout conditions as well. So, yay, snow!
Right.
My point of view, I think I'm actually lucky that I get ice instead of snow from the way y'all talk. Around here, 4-wheel drive, set of cleated tires. Mind your manners, so to speak, on the road, and you're pretty much good to go.
Well, see, my problem is that we have people up here that right on dish. The lake effect snow dry snow powder. Exactly. My problem is that we have assholes down here that because they're in their SUV, they can travel at whatever speed they want while it's snowing. And usually what usually happens is that you'll see them, 30 miles up the highway, up in a snowbank or, what pisses me off is that now you're making everybody stop, which is pissing me off because now you're making me stop, which I don't want to do. They just don't drive like an idiot.
Yeah, because I'm assuming with the snow, much like our ice, once you stop, getting moving again is kind of the difficult part because it's really easy to break traction when you're trying to go from a standing mass to a rolling mass.
You don't know the easiest way. You get stuck here's how, for me it is anyway, right? If you see somebody repairing their roof or doing a roof as a new house and they're doing a roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go over and ask them. Say, hey, you got any broken shingles you don't want? Take like 3 or 4 or 5 shingles, put them in the back of your truck, and just leave them there. Because the grit from the shingles will give you the traction. All right, I've been stuck in my truck before. And I had like 3 shingles on one side, bloop, out I went.
Mm.
No shit, right, Tish? I'm told I'm going to fire him because he doesn't say anything.
She must be talking about Groovy.
Yeah.
And Tish, I just want to let you know, I said I invited Dish, and Groove said, why the fuck did you do that? That's the only thing he said all night long.
No.
Just saying.
No.
So,
yep. I think he was afraid that you're going to say something bad to him or something, or
pick on him about his rabbits or something.
No, I'm like, Dish isn't like that. She doesn't pick on you.
Oh no, she just demoralizes the fuck out of you. Ask poor Super. I mean that poor dude's emotionally scarred for life over accidentally barbecuing a squirrel. Little squirrels.
Right.
That's the thing.
That's fucking with you, chick.
And that's the other thing. Speaking of squirrels, squirrel. That's the other thing that pisses me off. Do you have a new place lined up, Mikey? No, I don't. Double K. That's the other thing that pisses me off about the forest. These little bastards talk to each other. You got those fucking red squirrels going. You got the fucking birds going, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
That's right, Greg.
I should have brought my fucking slingshot.
Most of us go to the woods to hear that and get away from hearing cars and shit. It's called the sounds of nature. What are you wanting to be in a damn... Oh, Lord, what do they call them? Luke, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's like a glass box you go in. There's zero sound, zero air movement, just nothing.
Sound deprivation chamber?
There you go.
Yeah.
Is that what you want, Mikey?
Yeah. I already had sound deprivation all last week.
Hey, it's funny. You get into a wilderness, and I always get this, when you get new people that are introduced to hunting, they get out there and they go, wow, there's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing. There's not a squirrel. There's not a bird. There's nothing. And I go, just sit and wait. Okay, give it half hour to an hour, and the place is going to come alive. And I mean, I've had a fisher, which is a it's a mammal that's certainly the size of a fox, I guess to some degree, smaller than a fox. Anyway, I had one literally come around a tree and like basically sat in front of me, and looked at me, and I'm like, holy shit. Because I was sitting so quiet. And this is about an hour and a half after just sitting on my stand. It was just a ground stand. We were sitting there on the other side of a beaver dam. So the guys would push, and we knew that the deer would come across the stand from, years and years and years of being in that location. But so I'd sit there on that stand, and that was my first year on that stand, because before that, years I was a dogger, because that's what the young guys do.
Right.
They dog, and the experienced guys who get a say, they get to do whatever the fuck they please. So if you want to dog, they get to dog. If they want to sit at a stand, well, then get the fuck out of their stand and go dog. But yeah, I mean the place comes alive, you know, and it's everywhere. I had a blue jay come and land right on my knee once. I was sitting on that same stand, as a matter of fact. You know, scared the shit out of me. You know, but it came out there and sat, looked around, and then fluttered off. And I thought, well, that's just fucking cool. But you know, Mike, you were talking about that earlier, and I was going to say something. Even when you don't get a deer, you know, you don't take a game, you know, some game that round. It's just nice to be out in it. It's nice to be able to sit and, you know, and walking through it, navigating, you know.
Absolutely.
Just phenomenal.
It was a well-needed, you know, I needed that
decompression.
You know, and I'll tell you, the first day, like I said, we woke up and it was snowing like a bastard, and that's when the animals aren't out. You know, you're not hearing the squirrels. You're not hearing. You might hear the crow in the background somewhere. You know what I mean, or the raven. But you know, the reds, they're in their nest, and you know, until it stops snowing. And I'm sitting there in the snow, just sitting there, and you hear nothing, and it's just, you can almost hear the fucking snowfall, and it was just beautiful. It was just awesome, you know. And for those who are curious, no, I did not get lost, or as they say, turned in the woods.
So Barry, you're
Mikey spotted us. How are you?
For those that are wondering, Mikey was in contact with friends throughout his excursion. I know I got multiple texts concerning his hunting trip.
Yes, and
he was safe the whole time.
It was a good time. Good people. It was just the only thing I didn't like. We went downtown to eat Friday night, and I wasn't. Every time we do, I'm like, why the fuck do we do this? You know. But other than that, it was just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, people up there, it's so much different than where I live. You know, talking to a couple of locals, and he said, did you guys go up to Coop's Pit? And I said, yeah. I said, I went up there Tuesday. And he said, how far did you get? And I said, I probably got about a mile from the top. I said, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I said, I only saw like one track, and it was from Monday. And I said, literally one. I didn't see a moose track. I didn't see anything. One deer track. That's all I saw. And he's the one that told us that the deer are hanging down low in the yards.
Mm-hmm. And
so Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, we hunted in the yards, and my buddy got his deer on Tuesday or Wednesday, one or the other. But insurance shit they were, and they're doing like a little figure eight. You know, well, these deer that you know, the ones I saw and the ones, you know, that's what they were doing. But so the locals are nice, you know, they're going to help you out. They're not going to screw you, you know. But it's so nice and quiet up there. Oh. Town shuts down around 7 o'clock. Oh, cool, Mike. Mike spotted us, by the way. I haven't seen you in a while, and I am so happy you're still around. Love muzzleloader season. It's my favorite time of the year. It really is. I know, right, Dish? She's like, Mike spotted us. How are you? But it was fun. It was a good time. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, and I can't. This sucks.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is the comments on my end? I have a hard time because the comments, they stop instantly. They just literally stop, and then
You
all
gotta
of a sudden,
refresh it.
and then they go like hell, and then I'm like, where the frick
Right.
is it? And I can't keep
And
it.
that's the problem I'm having, Luke.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
refresh it, and it goes, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? See, now I missed this one from Dish. Dish said I always find mice in my stands or my blinds.
Yeah, some of them she stabs, some of them she makes friends with.
Right.
Remember her telling that one story? She got in the stand, little mouse was in there, and she was talking to it for a while.
Was that before or after she killed it?
That was one in the ground blind. I think that was post throwing knife to the mouse at 20 paces.
Is that the one? Is that the one she killed? What, was that the same day?
No. There was a time separation there for a couple of weeks, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, hell, she's here in the comments at least. She can answer it. Figure out which one of us is paying attention. I know you sent her a link, so why the hell didn't she come on here?
She said she was talking with Car.
She was just commenting, so.
Hang on, guys. I'm sending
Send another link.
No, she ain't getting another one.
The hell is
Hey,
that 6? I mean, shit.
I'm only nice once.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Hell, once enough.
Well, I'll send her one if she wants it. I'm sending an old friend one right now.
See, Double K's even telling her to come on.
See, there you go. Keep coming up with excuses. We'll keep killing them. Come on.
Right.
Get your ass on here.
Where is he? Right there. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm here. I'm just trying to.
It's all good. I'm just sitting here giving Groovy a chance to talk, and he's refusing to take it.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't.
Luke was in the middle of the phone call, so it's all good.
Oh, where? I'm back. I'm sorry. I have 3 kids now. Where? Yeah. Listen to me. I've always had 3 kids. Actually, I've had 4, but you know what I'm saying. You had to mute us. You all.
Yeah.
Just get on with us. 3 kids and an old man from Alabama. There's way too many jokes right there that I could say, but I'm gonna keep.
Right.
Listen, just come on with us. Go up in the office and come on with us. It's late. The fuck kids should be in bed anyways. It's 11:05.
Right.
I mean, if we have to goat you into it, how's this? Get on here, chicken shit.
Shit.
She's probably already in the office.
Fuck the 1,000 Chris to care for Double K. All she has to do is open the door. That's it. Right. Open the door. No more critters. See you later.
Yeah.
You know, what happened? Johnny let him away. It's easy.
Speaking of which, Michelle's coming home, what, next week or week after?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I think she said the 12th or the 13th.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And as I'm sure most of you know, just to update on that whole situation, there's still no Grand Youngin outside of the mommy yet.
Yeah, I know she's got to be getting impatient.
Right.
Right. I mean, we all know Michelle, so.
Yeah. Megan, Michelle's daughter, she put a thing on Facebook earlier today. She's laying down and the cat's curled up next to her belly. I'm like, even the cat's trying to tell this kid, come on, dude, get the hell out of there.
Right. Done cooked too long.
Right. It wouldn't surprise me to find out Michelle's actually been standing there, bent over close to Megan's belly, trying to bribe the kid to come out. Grandma, I'll give you whatever you want. Just come on out here. Let me see you before I go home.
I'm sorry. Should have gone Craigslist to replace half of them. That's too funny. Open the door. I did open the door. She didn't want to come in. George didn't want to come in.
Yes, young George is an extremely busy young man at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of sharp knives there, Car. That's great. Yeah, it's true though.
One of the bearded dragons that died had a toe missing. What?
Would she let one die? Is that what you just said?
I'm trying to find out. One of the bearded dragons that died had a toe missing, so that one, she got to replace it, had a loose toe.
Oh.
Okay, whatever.
I got one that's missing about a fourth of one leg. That's a little more than one toe, so she'd probably notice that.
Jesus, I can't read them. I don't know what's going on. I can't. Hey, PG, what's up? That one I saw. Okay. Fast and Gorilla, how you been? Jesus, Stump, I go to try to read the fucking thing and I can't even read them. It's terrible.
I don't have that aggravation doing this on the phone. I don't see any of that. So.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you could try this, Mike. You could minimize our chat screen and pop out the window for the chat itself and close the YouTube channel altogether and just keep the pop-up screen out. So now you've got two side-by-sides. And that's what I've done, and it now it seems to be working. So
okay.
Something to try. Minimize your Google screen so that it's just a small window, and then basically put them side by side, and just keep the pop-up window open, and then close your Google or whatever you got going there, the YouTube channel.
Okay.
And that seems to be working for me. It seems to be coming up at a regular pace, and I can actually see everything now. So,
of course, now when Mike tries to do that, we're all going to lose the chat. So,
oh shit!
Everyone, it's been really great.
Y'all, it's been real. Have a good one.
You're an asshole. But even the new guy's going to make fun of me.
Hey, I pick on you because I love you, man. Your family.
Right.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. I can't. I just.
Holy shit.
Yeah, look at there.
What's that?
What's going on?
There he is. I knew I told you I had to invite an old friend.
Hell yeah, man.
What, you guys think I was lying? I don't lie. Ladies and gentlemen, back from a long hiatus off the Quagmire, one Ohio Wolverine.
What's up, y'all?
How you been,
Damn
bud?
good to see you again, man.
Oh man, I've been pretty good. Haven't been doing a whole lot of videos or anything. Most of the stuff I do is small stuff. I don't have time for it anymore. I like to sit and watch, though. I watch videos every day.
Yeah. You gotta make some though. I like your videos. You gotta make some.
Right on.
You still got my shotgun?
Get the what?
You still got my shotgun?
Which
The
one?
Maverick. The Maverick that you got for
you
like
mean
$80.
The partner? No, I traded that.
Did you?
Yeah. I traded a high point carbine and then shotgun, and I got a Henry lever action and
Did you
a
really?
Heritage Orange. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you did good.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
Those are
Because
some
knowing him, between the two of them, he had what, $50 tied up in both of them.
Yeah, especially the friggin' shotgun.
Right.
Yeah, I had $89 in the shotgun, and back in the day when the Skies first came out, I bought a Sky for $165, and I ended up trading it straight up for the high point carbine or whatever.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, basically a little over $250. I got, a Rough Rider pistol and a Henry lever action.
Those lever action Henrys, they are absolutely beautiful to look at and watch videos on. And I was like, oh. And then I went and priced one. I was like, oh.
Right.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, my uncle's got a Winchester 94-22.
Really?
And he's had it, and he got it when he was a kid.
Yep.
So it'll probably go to one of my kids because my aunt and uncle, they don't have any kids. So I was the closest thing they had to a kid. So it'll probably go to one of my boys when he passes or whatever.
Those are cool. I'm still, as soon as I move and get everything settled in, I gotta get in touch with NH Trapper. And I'm gonna pick up that 17 HMR. I just love that gun. So a lot of fun. The kids will like it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
It's cold here, boys.
No, it can't be that cold. Friggin'
Cleveland sucks.
Yeah, it does. I only drove through it once. I'll never do that again. Hey, since how you're in Cleveland, why don't you get on Chillicothe to say hello to my cousin?
Yeah, that's only about a 3.5 hour drive.
Right? I took when we went out to see him, I took 90 out of Mass, followed 90 all the way, and then we got to Northern Ohio. If you're looking at a map of Ohio, we went to the so if you look at the map, we went to the left side of Ohio, some highway or something, so we didn't have to drive through all the fucking.
Yeah, 90 goes all the way across. 80 goes all the way across.
80 goes across. But yeah, we had an absolute blast.
Hang on, I gotta turn this, see if I can get it better. I can't see who's all in there.
That would be me, Stump, Groovy. He don't talk, so you're not going to hear him.
Right.
And our old friend Luke.
It is.
What's up, brother?
How you
I
doing?
haven't seen you forever.
I just been listening to you. It brings back memories. You and Misfit, the two guys on YouTube, right? No offense to anybody else, but I can listen to your guys' voices for life, and I don't know why that is.
Misfit,
I don't know why it is.
Misfit missed his calling, no pun intended. Let me tell you something about Misfit. Misfit could do voiceovers for any TV network he wanted to.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got a smooth voice.
He can do that TV network gig like there's no. And I told him one night too, after a chat, I go, dude, I'm telling you right now, quit whatever you're doing, just do voiceovers, dude.
Right.
You got that. You got that voice. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. WNBC.
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 Good night, Shalisa.
Great to see you. Good night, young lady.
Yeah,
hey, Stump, I seen that article, man, about your sister. Is it your sister-in-law or cousin or something? Your wife?
Yeah, it's my old lady's cousin. She's they're gonna measure it here in a couple of days. They think she's got a shot at holding a new state record.
Nice.
That's unreal. Yeah. That's friggin' the bomb right there. State record.
Ain't it though? The wild part, man, for 2 years on that particular piece of property they got, things never shown up on a single trail cam, and they've got like 30 cameras on that little place. Ain't it?
They don't get that big and old because they're fucking dumb. That's for sure.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, man. The burb that I work in. Last night, no, 2 nights ago, I seen one that was probably, I think he was a 12 point, and he was huge. But they let him, they actually let him bow hunt in the city limits here.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, you're allowed to bow hunt in the city limits. Because there's so many of them. It's just, I mean, every night it's deer in the roadway, or there's a dead deer in someone's yard, or there's a dead deer in someone's porch.
Hey,
there's a deer trying to get in their back door.
Ohio, I'm supposed to ask you for gear riding. All right. It says, please ask Ohio. Oh, fuck me. Fucking they moved on me.
I seriously doubt he was asking Ohio for sex. I mean, you really got to hear why you say stuff.
Hey, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Right, a wet mouth's a wet mouth. You're not cracking down. Please ask Ohio. You're not cracking down on what goes on behind the dollar store, are you?
Man, he got me good, man. I posted something on Facebook about like, where did I meet you, or where's the first time?
Okay.
Let's play this game. Where's the first part? Speaking of big deer, hang on, look at this. Can you see that?
Live on.
I don't know. I think you just seen yourself.
Right.
Big ass deer right in the middle of the road.
You should have hit it. We could have helped you clean it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it in this car.
Right.
All right.
So they said to me, Mike, how come you didn't hit that deer? How come you didn't hit that deer? I'm in a fucking Hyundai fucking accent. You want me to hit a deer?
Right. But yeah, I posted something. Where's the first time you met me or something like that? Play along on Facebook. That fucker put a picture of behind the dollar store by a dumpster and stuff, man. It was hilarious. So let me hold $1.
That's funny. For $1. That was funny.
Ohio, I gotta ask here. I'm watching you, and it's either you're watching for deer or you're out patrolling. Did you change jobs since the last time I spoke with you?
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm in a suburb of Cleveland. I'm not patrolling. I just got off work. I am looking for deer because they're everywhere up here.
Okay, fair enough. You didn't go back to sheriff, did you?
I'm with the PD.
You're with the PD. Go on.
I'm with the PD, huh?
You really are. Oh, good for you. Well, that's fantastic. I knew you were talking about going back, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, do a better job than that cop down in Phoenix, would you?
Is it the one that shot that guy in the hotel room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that tonight. Somebody showed it to me at work. It was that's terrible.
That's fucking messed up, brother. That's messed up.
The guy that was yelling all the commands, he has since retired and moved to the Philippines. I read that in USA Today.
Proper thing.
He got
I
the hell
don't
out of
know.
Dodge.
It was just overdone, man. I mean, and then the shooting. Don't even get me started.
Hey, Knife Text, what's up? I have not heard anything about any shooting out in Arizona. So
no, and that's the bigger point. You didn't hear about it, and that's the messed up part about it.
what did I
Right.
miss?
Yeah.
Don't get me started. I swear to God.
I'm just,
I think we should take to the streets and start lighting dumpster fires. What do you think?
Yeah, but you don't see it happening, do you? Why is that?
No.
I wonder. You know, I don't know.
because we don't want to burn our cities down. We like out where we live.
No, it's not important enough because there's a reason behind it. It just goes ahead and supports the real reason why Ferguson was such a big deal.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I haven't. I just heard something about a cop here in Massachusetts did something illegal.
I mean, it happens. I mean, you know, everybody's not perfect, and people are human beings. But this was just. I mean, I understand why his defense got him acquitted. I do understand. It that he just. I
mean,
know.
anybody that watched the video can see.
All right,
Yeah.
let the cat out of the bag. What happened?
Oh, the cop got overzealous basically in his role there, as far as I was concerned, and just basically his mind wasn't working proper. There was no reason why they couldn't have restrained that fella from the prone position. where
It
he
was
at.
it was a terrible felony arrest.
Oh, terrible!
Yeah, as soon as they had him prone with hands on the ground, legs spread apart, they should have approached him with two. One covered him while the other cuffed him, patted him down. But no, they want to put him on his knees and have him walk on his knees with his feet crossed, with his hands straight up in the air. To them, hang on, I'm merging onto the turnpike here.
Yeah, when he's clearly drunk, when the guy's clearly drunk. Like,
yeah, and then he starts to fall over and he puts his hand down or something. As soon as he puts his hand down, they opened like 4 shots with an AR on him.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And they got off?
Yeah, he was acquitted. Criminal.
Yeah, he was acquitted.
He was acquitted in a court of law, but now he's going to pay out his ass in the civil law.
I don't know about that.
I would doubt that, because that would be like a double jeopardy thing.
He would be my kid. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, no, he could be held civilly. He could be held civilly responsible and acquitted criminally. But that's totally possible. But in this case, even, I just don't think it's going to be. I don't know. Just don't see it.
Up here, they call it the wrongful death suit. So, we had a case like that. Well, the guy didn't get shot. We had a case like that up here, almost similar. So they had a car chase, 2 states, Mass and New Hampshire. All right. Mass state trooper, and in New Hampshire, I forget what town. I don't know if it was the Hudson where they finally got him or another town, but a New Hampshire cop. Okay, you ready? 8 cops standing around this guy. This guy's flat on the ground. Okay, flat on the ground. Good night, people. Good seeing you. Mark Telford, how the hell are you? Good to see you. He's flat on the ground. They go over to get him, and then they start laying boots to him and beating the absolute snot out of him. So the news camera who's watching all this all of a sudden fades away. It doesn't show, right? But what bothered me is that there's 2 guys beating the snot out of him and 6 guys watching him. So I said to my brother, who's a cop, I said, you know what? He's probably going to be a very wealthy felon. Which, to me, good for him. I said, because nobody deserves that beating. They weren't chasing somebody that just shot the president. They weren't chasing somebody that just, raped 5 women and a 15-year-old girl. They are chasing somebody who had a warrant, a driving warrant, a bench warrant for not paying a fine on his driver's license. Okay. And now is a felon because he didn't feel as though he wanted to stop. I said, so my brother says, well, he says, the adrenaline, and he says, and they are human. I goes, yeah, I know they're human. It doesn't give them the right to do what they did. And I hear you about the adrenaline, but you know what? It's your job to curb that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that point of it, Mike, and I'm not taking up for the law enforcement doing wrong either, but at the same time, there's a certain bit of karma involved in everything in this world.
Yes.
And when an officer of the law, regardless of whether he's a city cop, a county cop, a game warden, a state trooper, or whatever, when the motherfucker says stop, you fucking stop.
I understand all that.
I mean,
here's
you
what
gotta be the dumbest sack of shit on the planet to run from the law, because you cannot outrun Motorola. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Listen, here's what I don't think is fair. Hey, Eric, what's going on? Swamp Donkey, how the hell are you?
What's up, Jeff?
Here's what I don't think is fair. Okay? At what point, right, so he takes that beating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. If he was lucky enough to get on his knees, which he didn't, okay? But let's just pretend he was. So let's pretend he was lucky enough to get to his knees and had enough energy after the beating or during the beating to reach up and hit one of them right square in the nutsack. Just right? Now he gets assault and battery on a cop, where I don't think he should get the assault and battery on a cop. To me, that should be self-defense. Because nobody should take that beating. Nobody.
Well, I agree with you, but at the same time, if he would have complied from the get-go, he never would have been in a position to get his ass kicked.
I get all that. We all don't comply all the time. Come on, now. Come on, let's be a little bit realistic.
I see what you're saying. The beating,
the point is,
it was stupid, but at the same time, if he'd have just done what the fuck he was told to start with, he'd never be in that position.
Look, Stumper, I get all that. That still doesn't give you the right to take a beating.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I'm just saying,
I'm not familiar with the case you're talking about, so.
That's Hudson, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. It's just, I don't know. It just bothered me, I guess.
What we got going on here big time is mostly with the younger, early 20s, late teens. We got a lot of these guys stealing minivans, mostly like Plymouth Voyagers and Dodge Caravans. I guess they're the popular ones to steal. They must be easy to steal.
Right.
They steal those, and then they back them into a damn convenience store, bust the window out, and steal the ATM.
M.I. Timberwookie, how the hell are you, my friend?
Well, aren't the damn ATMs, don't most all of them have like a GPS locator in them now or something? And the minute you take off with it, it's tracking you anyway?
Thank you.
Well, here's the thing about that. By the time they figure it's an actual problem with the ATM, legitimately, what's that? Oh, sorry. When they feel that there's a problem with the ATM at that point, by the time they track it, get everybody on board, relay that information to actually law enforcement and zone in on it, they probably already got the machine broke open because at this point they probably know what they're doing, and they got it discarded and moved on. I know it's
we had 4 guys, 4 teens, stolen Voyager, ATM in the back. One of the guys initiated a pursuit from a different jurisdiction, different city that borders ours. Pursuit went into ours. We assisted. They end up wrecking the van, ejecting all 4 of them, 3 of them, ejected 3 of them, killed 2 of them. So, of course, the 2 that survived, especially the driver, he gets the the murder charge popped on him because people died in the act of committing a felony, and he was the one driving. And now we're looking at wrongful death lawsuit against the department because we chased them.
Pushed them, yeah. That's why we stopped that practice up here. Basically what happens is, dispatch almost basically is just on the side now as a resource, and the staff sergeant, at the station will start to call out, what's going to happen, and then he'll just call it off because, I don't know, too much of that.
Well, we have conditions, if what time of day it is, how many people are on the roadway, what area of town you're in, if you're on a expressway or if you're on residential or whatever. And so hopefully that will help us with, it wasn't they really weren't at a high rate of speed. At one time they were up to like 90. But when they did lose control, slam into the telephone pole, it wasn't at an extremely high rate of speed. I mean, it was probably like 60 or 70.
Yeah, telephone poles are fairly unforgiving.
Yeah, but I just, my theory is you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes,
Yeah. I mean, regardless of what you want to call it, man, you reap what you sow. You do stupid shit, you're going to get stupid results,
What was the one song or something? If you're going to be stupid, you better be tough.
You damn right. Which, I mean, when I was younger, I'll fess up to it now, it was kind of a game. Because, I had a hot rod. You go piss a cop off, get him to chase you, and outrun dog shit out of him. And that's when I learned out, after a few times of doing that, I figured out because I got caught via a radio. That's kind of when I grew up and realized if you're going to do something stupid or wrong, you're man enough to commit that act. Be man enough to stand there and take your fucking punishment for it,
Yeah. Well, another factor I don't think these people realize is when they steal a vehicle, they don't know if there's anything wrong with that vehicle. It might need new brakes. It might not even have brakes. It might have an accelerator that sticks. Who knows when you steal somebody's vehicle?
Yeah.
Except the person who drives it every day knows what's wrong with it.
Right.
But like right now, if you stole my wife's van, you'd be shit out of luck because the heat ain't working right now. I got to get in there and fix that.
I got a Tahoe here with the exact same problem. It's got a clogged heater core.
And yet your wife still lets you drive yours to work. Well, that's awfully good of her. Hang on to her.
Well, she's at home,
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
She don't like driving my car. She likes her van. Even though she swore she had to drive a minivan when she was in high school because her parents had one. And she swore that she would never own a minivan because she hated it so bad. And now that's all she ever wants is a damn minivan. I've been trying to get her to get an SUV for years, and she still wants a damn minivan.
I like them though, man. You can transport anything in those freaking things.
I know, we got the one with the stowaway seating or whatever.
Yeah.
Throw those seats down, put an air mattress back there, you can go camping in the damn thing.
Right on. Yep. It's a motel on wheels. Put a freaking portable fold-out aluminum military cot in the back. All your jump gear in the back of it. I mean, you are absolutely set.
Yep.
Yeah, last time I went camping, I took it basically. I didn't take a tent. I just took a tarp, and I set a tarp up, and just basically stayed under the tarp most of the time. But we got a real bad wind and lightning storm came in, and I just moved my cot right to the back of the van and closed the doors up, cracked the windows a little bit. I was good to go.
Yeah, our my last camping trip, me and some of the guys from work decided we were going to go fishing, and it was kind of a remote place, and none of us really felt up to trying to set up tents or drag a camper down there through the woods and shit at the old logging road. So we just hooked one of the Freightliners to a 53-foot dry van, threw a few cots in that motherfucker. We camped out the semi, used a trailer as a fucking motel.
Only bad thing about this drive, man, is I gotta hit the turnpike every night. I can, and it costs me 50 cents to drive 6 miles on the turnpike. But if I don't take the turnpike, it adds 45 minutes to my drive home.
Holy shit.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because I gotta go through like a back road through another couple other little towns.
Yeah. Sounds like you're driving on concrete.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm off in another city now, or neighborhood, whatever you want to call it.
Another suburbia.
Suburbia. Yeah, I'm in Akron now. So that's how long it takes to get from Cleveland to Akron.
Well, gentlemen, I hate to do it, but I'm fixing to break camp. But man, it was absolutely fucking awesome to get to talk to you again, man.
It must suck getting old as you. You have to leave so early.
Hey, I got shit to do, man.
So do I. I gotta get up at 6.
Chickens get up at 4, man.
Great.
Got the early ride special at the restaurant. You got to be able to be tired after you eat dinner at 4 o'clock at the old folks' home.
He ain't
That's
getting
right.
up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, you're right. I got to be up at 5, and by 6, I got to have a D9 loaded on a trailer. So, yeah.
Stump, it was awesome seeing you, brother.
I'm telling you, man, it's fucking amazing to get to see you again, bro. It really is. Y'all be good. Take care.
All right.
Stump. Be safe, buddy.
All right.
Good night, Stump.
Speaking of that, he's actually pointing out the time. I have to jet as well. It's really, really good speaking with you all tonight. Good seeing the people out there. My chat went away on the outside a little while ago, so I haven't seen that out there. But really, it's good seeing everybody. And anybody who's going to be doing some hunting here on in, good luck and be safe out there and enjoy it, certainly. And Ohio, definitely nice seeing you again. It's been a very long time. Congrats on getting back, certainly in the service there, and I know you're a good guy, so you'll do the job justice, and certainly the community that you're working for. So you be safe out there, and happy hunting deer to you too. You're still not home yet, so there you go.
All right, sir. Thank you. I enjoyed seeing you, man. It's been a long time. It was great seeing you.
Right on. We'll catch up again real soon.
All right, eat a penguin for me.
Oh, good. Yeah, we just had a hunting season for that, and I did incredibly well. So there you go.
I'll never forget that.
No, either will I. And there's a few out there that will never let me forget it either. Anyways.
Exactly.
All right. Peace, guys. Take care.
Exactly. Take care. That was funny. No, it's good that that's right now. I'm sorry, you guys, for those who don't get that. Those have been around a while might, So Ohio, listen, every Friday night, our class historian, as I call him, or our chat historian, right? Our chat historian, Gig Ryden, who's always with us. Always, I'll be like, "Hey, Gig, da da da." I'll ask him, whatever. Or somebody will ask me a question about the chat, and I'll be like, "We gotta ask Gia because Gia's been here since like day one." So.
Oh yeah. And he's been a lot of other ones since day one too. And the thing is, he can remember You know, if someone tells a story and you remember it, you'd be like, "What chat was that in?" Gear will know exactly what chat it was.
Yep.
You know, he'll tell you whose channel it was on and who was on the panel and everything.
He does that. It's unreal.
So do you have a unbanned James Yeager video out yet, Mike?
And unbanned what?
Unbanned James Yeager video. Have you making one of those yet?
No, I haven't.
It's hard to put an unbanned James Yeager video up when he's got you blocked.
Yeah, that's all right. Swamp Train. There's enough fruitcakes. I know, right? No, it's who. You know who else I saw? Who the hell else did I bump into on YouTube by mistake? I commented on somebody's video, and they saw that I commented on the video and said, "No way, you're still around." And he was just getting back into YouTube, but he was asking about everybody. He was asking about you. He was asking about Johnny, and I'm like, you know what sucked is I didn't know where I knew him from. You know what I mean? I mean, like, obviously I knew him from YouTube, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I figured it out, but it's amazing, you know. It really is. Carmel Pepsi. I'm good.
That doesn't even sound good.
That sounds like
I
it'll
like
hurt afterwards.
I like cherry Pepsi.
I can't drink cherry Coke either. No, regular Coke or regular Mountain Dew or regular Pepsi or whatever.
Code Red Mountain Dew is not too bad. I'll tell you what, I used to only drink Mountain Dew. That's all I would ever drink. And then I started drinking diet stuff. I started drinking diet. I lost a lot of weight drinking diet right off the bat, but then it like leveled out, and I started feeling bad, man. And my buddy told me, it's like, you know, you're drinking that diet, you get that aspartame, that artificial stuff, you know? So he said, if you want to drink, you know, something that's, I mean, none of it's good for you, but better than colas and stuff, I started drinking caffeine-free Sprite. Sprite's caffeine-free, and it's clear. It doesn't have all the, you know, any clear pop like Sprite, 7-Up, Sierra Mist, stuff like that is going to be better for you than any colored like cola or anything like that.
Right.
And I didn't know that. You know, I thought they were all just sugary drinks, but you know, I guess the Sprites and 7-Ups are a little bit better for you than the other stuff. I'll tell you what, man. I switched from drinking the Sprite or whatever, from drinking the colas and the Mountain Dew, and I don't hardly ever get heartburn anymore. I used to get heartburn so bad when I drink a Pepsi or a Coke.
Fucking dish.
I need to drink water is what we need to be drinking, but fish fucking water, you know?
In the summer I do. And all last week I did, you know, because I didn't want to get the cramps from friggin' Western Maine is all mountainous, you know what I mean? It's horrific. So if you don't drink water, you were just going to cramp up like a son of a bitch.
All right.
So I did that, but I'll tell you what, the smoking's killing me because this one road I went up, they actually widened it because when we first started going up there, it was only probably friggin', 8 feet wide, and you could just barely get 2 sleds by each other, you know. And but the first leg of it is like the freaking hill is like, if you guys ever roofed or anything like that, right? It's like a 12 pitch. It's
I know this.
It's horrific.
Man, I'm trying to figure this. I was trying to flip this camera on this phone and it won't let me do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Dish says she's being really nice tonight. No way. Come on now.
I don't know if you guys can. Whoa.
Dish being
I don't know.
nice.
You see anything?
Yeah, I can still
the
see you.
festive. Do you see the festive lights in the house?
No, I don't. Oh, there we go. I did for a
No, you
minute,
can't.
and then it went out.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Oh, there. Huh?
Just for a minute.
Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, the camera finally turned. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, festive.
There you go.
Cool.
I like that. That looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. Dish, give it a minute. You'll
Yeah.
see it. I wouldn't lie to you.
It's easy. It's easier now when you can just buy one of those things you shove in your yard.
Yeah.
And it projects the lights up on your house.
Yeah, my neighbor's going. I love it. She's got the green and red.
Yeah, we have the green and red, and then we have another one that projects like snowflakes all over, like moving around.
Yeah, I just saw that. It looks cool. The snowflakes.
You're
Yeah, I've never seen
inside
one
and
like
you're
that.
trying to lay down, and it keeps hitting the window. It looks like the police are shining the lights on your window or something.
What was that, Groove?
Oh, I just talking about how snowflakes look pretty cool. I've never seen one like that. I've seen the red and green, but
Yeah, right on. Car carrier says, I wish I had that projector idea. Someone got rich on those.
Oh, hell yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
how about everybody in my family's got one?
Dish, I'm very.
Well,
Tell Dish how mad you are that she wouldn't come on here.
who are you talking about? Are you talking to me or
Tell
Groovy?
Yeah, tell Dish how mad you are for her not being on here tonight.
Well, the thing is, I'm going through dish withdrawal.
Well,
I haven't seen Dish
she don't like
for
us
a
no more.
long time.
She's changed. She got old, and you know what I mean. And she's just mean and ornery now, you know.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to come to my A shanty with me anymore. You know, it's like yesterday's news. So now she's with Double K. So
Oh,
it's like a soap opera. Let's go from here to here to here to here to here. You know.
yeah, I want to start my own channel called Car Carrier since I carry one now.
Yeah. You know.
I love that little gun, dude. I bought the car CM9. Love that little thing. You can throw it in your pocket. You can wear it in your waistband. I mean, it's just, before I was always like, yeah, I want like 10 to 12 rounds in a 9mm, and I was getting the bigger carry guns, and they worked, but I always wanted something different to carry when I wore, shorts or something like that sometimes, and it's like,
Right.
This little car, dude, if all you gotta do is cinch your shorts up a little bit, like if you're wearing basketball shorts with a pocket, just tie that string a little tighter, throw it in your pocket. You can't even see it's in there. Got one of the little pocket holsters.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Cool.
So when you're running down to the gas station at 2 a.m. because you poured a bowl of cereal and you're the only one home, and you realize there's no milk and you got to go buy a gallon of milk at 2 a.m. because I'll be damned if you're not going to eat those Fruity Pebbles.
Exactly.
So there's no way you're pouring those back in the box.
Nope.
And,
Oh no, they'll go all the way over the floor. You'd have them everywhere. That ain't honeycombs. Honeycombs you can put back on the box, no problem.
Right.
years. How come every time we end up chatting, we always talk about food, man? You ever notice that? Every time.
Politically incorrect. How the hell are you? John, good to see you. And he says, politically incorrect says, I like snub nose revolvers myself.
Yeah, I got one of those right here in the glove box.
Hang on, let me go to the internal.
38 or 44.
38. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Politically incorrect.
I bought that the same time that I got the. I bought this off a guy I used to work with. The same time I got the car. Kind of best of both worlds, if you ask me. You know, have a little car and the little revolver. Wanted a Glock. He bought this. It was like a week and a half old when he was told me he wanted to sell it because he got his concealed carry license and he went and bought the first thing he could afford.
Right.
And then as soon as he was able to look around and see what he really wanted, like a week later, he was ready to sell this and go get a little Glock. He wanted a Glock 43 or Glock 42 or whatever it was. And he sold it to me. I give him $200 for it because we were looking online and they were going for like $250 to $200 because they had rebates going on and everything.
Well,
So he paid a little more for it because he bought it and didn't know about that rebate. But when he gave it to me, he gave me the seat and everything. I looked up Taurus online for their rebates, and they didn't ask for a serial number on the gun. They just wanted a copy of the receipt. So I sent them a copy of the receipt, and they sent me my $50 gift card for a rebate.
look at all that.
So basically, I paid $150 for it. So
Cool.
I'm trying to read this.
but yeah, I've actually enjoyed carrying a little snub nose. Actually, I got this holster for it. It's inside the waistband.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forget who makes it. I'd have to go look it up. But it's it's Kydex or whatever, or plastic or whatever you want to call it. But it's comfortable. I might have to do a video on that, do a little review. I've been carrying it for about 2 months. I don't think that's quite long enough to give an honest review because it hasn't been through any
That's a nice.
long-term wear, you know.
See, now, for whatever reason, that snub nose looks cool. It'll probably look cool in that sheath too, in the Kydex sheath. I haven't fired a snub nose in probably 20 years.
Well,
Yeah, this is the Taurus 85 Ultra Light, 38 Special plus P.
And what do you use? You use 38s in it?
Yeah, 38 Special. Right now I got some gold spear, hollow points.
yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. But hey, it was great seeing y'all, but I just got home and there's a light on, so I know somebody's still up.
Yeah, don't get in trouble. We're gonna get out here anyway.
Probably waiting for me to come home, and I've been sitting in the driveway for 15 minutes. So my dog's probably in there barking like somebody's here.
Don't get in trouble, whatever you do.
So,
Right.
All
but
right.
it was good seeing you guys.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, good
some
seeing you,
night
man.
you have off, right?
I don't work every Friday and Saturday anymore, so it all depends. I might be able to hop on here a little bit more often now.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Hell yeah.
But I'm going to jump off, and everybody out there that's still watching, hey, and have a good night, y'all.
All right, good seeing you, brother.
All right, later, guys.
It says she's fixing to come on too.
Yeah, she wasn't coming on. Are you kidding me right now? She ain't gonna come on here. Are you serious?
Deer says it's early. He always says that.
She ain't gonna come on.
Well, jump on there.
She won't. She won't come on here.
See, everyone's telling her, come on.
Philly, what's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you.
Well, Phil.
I gotta stay. Philly's here. Philly probably just got out of work.
Yeah.
I don't care what you are, sweetheart. I invited you to come on my chat at like fucking 10 o'clock. And, you know, you don't text me back. You know, I understand my first name. The first letter of my name doesn't start with a K. I get that. I get that. But damn, it's all right. Me and Gear, our feelers aren't hurt.
Wow.
Do you carry loaders? How's work, Mikey? Work sucks ass. I'm ready to retire.
Yeah. Ain't we all? I've been
My
saying
first-
that for about the past 20 years.
Yeah. But I don't know what to do because now this year starts my third. Really, in January, I'll get my third week. They make you work your 10th fucking year before you can get your third week.
Well,
Uh,
I think I had to work like 12 or 13 years to get third week. Of course, I get 4 weeks now, so that tells you how long I've been there.
right. Boss man gave you a Christmas tree. Well, that was awful nice of him. Hang on, what again? A few more months and I'll be late getting on the chats. Why is that, Gia? Gia, you're not supposed to be late. All right, Gia. Am I too movie? Don't feel bad, Mike. I didn't see not one deer today. Yeah, it's terrible. I was really surprised. So I shot 2 coyotes. That's awesome. Fuck
Right.
them, I hate coyotes.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I heard them. I didn't get to see any. I seen all that track the next day, but I didn't get to see any. But man, are they noisy when they're on it? They're on it. You know. We have a season here in Mass, but it's closed now during deer season. Then it reopens till I think March 8th. Then it closes. I want to say till August. I could be wrong. But I know it closes during deer season. Reopens, and then it closes on the 8th of March. 9th of March, somewhere in there.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, shit.
First few weeks, Kia said he'll be getting some knives and fishing poles ready. Gonna sell the hell out of some blades this year.
I've actually come across some spider coves at a Walmart near me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost jumped on one. I should have done it.
Yeah, they're awesome knives. I'll tell you what, the one Stevie sent me, the fucking... What do you call it? That's a very nice knife, too. I don't think I own a frigate. Well, I do, but, the little cheapo ones, but...
Right.
All you do is take care of them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
that Spidey I saw is the Tenacious, I believe. I should
that
have
was
jumped
nice.
all over it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I should have bought it.
Yep.
I mean, I couldn't believe it was there at Walmart.
I can't believe you had a Spike or Walmart either, because usually they carry what? They carry bucks.
Yep.
Of course they carry fucking numbnuts there. His shit's always in the glass cabinet. Bill Grills.
Right. Gerber, yeah. A lot of Gerber.
Yep.
A lot of Bobo knives.
Gerber knives aren't that bad. Yeah, the Bobo knives don't bother me either, because it's like you're not using those to, you know what I mean?
Right. It's not like you're using for self-defense or anything.
Yeah. You know. But all right, everybody, listen. I gotta get up in 6 hours.
Right.
All right. It's great seeing everybody. Groove, thanks for hanging out with me as late as you did.
No problem.
It was awesome to see everybody. All right. Dish, is there a Jamie time tomorrow night? No, because you'll have 3 screaming kids and an old Alabama man, so you won't be able to do. You won't be able to do it.
Right.
Anyways, we shall see everybody next week. All right. Groove, thanks for coming, kid. Talk to you soon.
No problem.
All right. All right, bud.
Everybody take care.
And we'll talk to the rest of you all later. Enjoy.
Everybody